What's up, nerds? Welcome to Cool Nerd Reviews. I'm Steve Trezza.
Scott Burnett.
Denver.
And today we are going to review Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. for the first time ever.
Oh, sweet baby Jesus. I'm so glad it's back.
So,
oh my god.
Yeah, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is really good. When we left off, from what I thought was the best episode of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. ever, the mid-season finale was fantastic. We saw Skye and Rena and Trip trapped in the alien city.
The city's called Adelan.
Okay.
Get it right. It's the Inhuman home.
Excuse me.
Just saying.
Room where, you know, Trip, they get all encased in the stone. Trip kicks it. He gets impaled. He gets encased in the stone.
Well, what happens is, in the comics, anybody with Kree blood in them that gets exposed to the Terrigen Mist, their powers get unlocked.
Mm-hmm.
Trip wasn't exposed to Kree blood. He got exposed to the Terrigen Mist. That's why he turned into
stone and just crumbled away and died.
Yep.
Bummer.
Reyna was able to touch the obelisk, so she was the chosen one. So was Skye. That's why they got powers.
Mm-hmm.
Very thorny of her.
Yeah. Except
Reyna got the worst end of it.
She did get the ass end of it. So glad Skye didn't get that power.
Yeah.
She felt all sad, having just thorns everywhere.
Yeah, she's like, my insides feel like gravel, and like, oh man.
You just see her so sad.
That would be my luck. You get superpowers. It's like
something lame.
Something shitty.
It's like, oh, you sweat chocolate. Fucking cool. Awesome.
It's gonna be great at parties.
Right? I'd be at a froyo. I'd be in the back of a Let's Go or something, like on a treadmill, like, there's labor laws! And just sweating chocolate. Okay.
Anyway, we get, what else happened? So Skye is basically revealed as Quake, which they kind of revealed that before when they...
Yeah, he called her Daisy.
Yeah,
her
when he
dad
called her
Daisy, which is Daisy something.
Daisy Johnson.
Daisy Johnson. Sounds like a stripper. Daisy Johnson is Quake.
So,
did a little earthquake action.
But I
she was frustrated.
I like how they just kind of like call her Daisy, because they did, in the first season of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., that's why it sucked. They didn't know the timeline of the movies they were doing.
Yeah.
So that's why they couldn't be like, oh, she's an Inhuman. They couldn't call her Daisy. So they're just like backtracking.
I think
they're like,
wrote into it. Too.
Yeah, they did. They just wrote Inhumans into it. So like, fuck it, let's just call her Daisy.
Yeah.
Like that's.
They just picked a character.
They rushed Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. in front of cameras, and that's why this first season's terrible until episode Turn, which is where S.H.I.E.L.D. falls.
It picks up a little bit beforehand, but I think you just kind of get used to the characters is why.
Well, I stopped watching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and then my friend was like, watch it. So I skipped like from episode 4
with him
to Turn, and then I binge watched the rest of the first and second season.
So I'm starting to watch it right now as is, so I'm going in blind at this point. So everything I'm watching here is my first episode.
I caught him up to speed. So anyway, then...
Skye's trapped in the...
She's quarantined. So
she's
in the quarantine box, and they're running tests on her.
Fucking Simmons like has such a harsh reaction to it. She's like, we need to eradicate all these. It's like, Jesus.
She even
take a step back there,
Hitler. Like a giant zombie apocalypse.
Yeah.
She even told May and Coulson that she thinks that they should kill Rena.
She didn't say that. She didn't say that. Her words
She basically said that.
She was like, I didn't say
I don't want her to get killed, but if the choice happens... I think we should do it hands down 100% all the time.
I don't think it should be. I don't think it would be a bad idea. Is what she said.
Yeah, it's like,
which is like a nice way of saying like, kill that bitch.
And it's like, but she's like, I just love it's like not my first option, but here's the only option I'm thinking of. So
Skye's a little like weary, and
her heart beats at like 300 beats a minute.
And well, that's what as soon as that happened. But she's like when she hears Simmons say that, she's kind of like afraid now because she thinks that now S.H.I.E.L.D. is going to turn against her. Then we see Fitz, which by the way, the show is doing a really good job of separating Fitzsimmons. Yeah. Because in season 1, they were like completely together.
And now they have two different mindsets.
And now they're completely like, two different mindsets totally against each other. So Fitz found everything out, and even though he's like kind of like slow now. He's
like dumb smart. He's a
well, he even said
normal.
He even said the data in my mind is not wrong. So like he can think of things, but he can't just like he can't express it. Yeah. So so then he finds out first that there's something wrong with Skye,
and he kind of pushes it under the rug.
And well, he like accuses her first.
Yeah.
And then just bolts right out.
He did run away after she
did a Quake.
Yeah, it's like making her all emotional and stuff, and like you just like. I don't know how to deal with this, so bye.
Yeah. So then
you're my friend.
So
Sorry.
then later, like when she's about to get found out, he comes back out and he's like, "Oh," and he takes the blame for everything and just completely lies.
Is the test normal, or is he just kind of like?
It's not because Skye even says, "Was the test really normal?" And he's like, "No, it's completely off." Yeah. But he's like, "But everyone's like emotions are running really high right now, so we don't need to deal with this right now." So
and then Coulson put it up to the job. It's like, you know what? today's the day. Fuck Hydra. Today's the day.
Yeah, they like kidnap that other guy, and then they like stage that escape.
Yeah, they staged the escape, which I thought it was awesome when Coulson's just like,
you'll never take us alive. and at that point, I was like, well, this isn't staged.
I thought I was like, oh man, that's pretty cheesy. And then they touched on how it was cheesy, and I was like, all right, that's better.
That's the best. May gets up and just looks at him. She's like, you'll never take us alive. He's like, hey, I had to say something. Which, I just love Agent Coulson. He's the man.
Yeah, he makes that show. But, and then they get to, like, Hydra's camp, and then they just start killing
how old the Hydra.
Yeah, I didn't really understand that much. Hydra just killed off all of its, like, upper,
headsmen?
Yeah.
I thought, no, S.H.I.E.L.D. was doing that.
Was it S.H.I.E.L.D.?
Yeah, that was S.H.I.E.L.D. killing Hydra.
It has to be
Hydra
S.H.I.E.L.D.
wasn't offing.
No, I don't think so, because he pushes the button. No, because the guy from Hydra pushes, like, the code on the thing, and then everyone's watches go off.
Yeah.
And then the guys whose watches go off kills all the Hydra heads.
Oh, yeah, so these are the new
I think that's probably like a failsafe, and then all of the Hydra heads go to that place that the two S.H.I.E.L.D. agents are at, and then...
But why did they kill them all?
Because the one guy got kidnapped, or the one guy that got kidnapped
was back?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I missed something. I watched
it
twice, and I didn't really understand that.
I think the thing with the watches set off the heads of Hydra to go to their safe house, and then the agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. were at the safe house and they killed them.
The people who were wearing the watches killed the S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah, that's what I'm
heads.
saying. The S.H.I.E.L.D. heads?
Then he killed the Hydra heads.
Yeah, but then they all went to that one mansion.
No, they didn't.
They didn't?
There were
then
only
who were the people in the mansion?
The only people in the mansion was the guy that they kidnapped.
Yeah.
And we should really know his name.
Yeah.
And
kidnapped.
Kidnapped.
John Benet Ramsey. It's been long enough I can joke about him.
And the other head guy, which they kill both of them. So it's like Hydra's like kind of eradicated right now.
Yeah.
Is what I
think that's how they're gonna get away with not having Hydra as a big part of Age of Ultron.
Yeah. Yeah. They're kind of... The only person who's really Hydra, and he's not really Hydra, is Ward now. Yeah. And Ward with Fake May.
Yeah.
Agent 33, right?
He's on with the fucked up face.
So those two are really the only two that are still Hydra. And Ward still says, like, I'm not Hydra or whatever.
Well, he was just doing... He was
maybe he's Leviathan. Oh, no. Back to that. No.
Shut up.
But... Yeah, and I hate Ward. I just wish he would die.
I actually like Ward.
I fucking can't.
He was his character's more complex than it ever was. He was like very boring in the first season.
Yeah.
He was like, I'm pretty and good at fighting, and now he's like, I'm pretty and good at fighting, but I'm a bad guy.
Maybe it's because I just love Skye so much. I was just jealous of him.
Yeah, Skye is a piece of work.
Okay.
That was pretty much it, really.
Then
there
was still a little bit.
We get Rena's transformation.
Oh well, yeah.
Rena then is like, she goes to Skye's dad.
Yeah, she asks for his help, and he's just like...
He's like, nope.
He just used her.
He basically was just like, suck it, and just walked away.
Yeah.
Deal with it.
He said, you might as well kill yourself.
Yeah, he basically told her that she should kill herself.
He's like an internet troll on Tumblr. He's like, kill yourself.
And then she was going to.
And then she stepped into traffic, and then we see...
the guy in the beginning, I guess. Yeah. It had to be him as a child.
The eyeless Inhuman come in...
Older now.
And pull her out. He says, come with me, beautiful.
If you want to live. Yeah. It does whole Terminator-S time travel bullshit.
I have a theory on who he is. In Inhumans, there's a blind Inhuman. And he was so powerful, they removed his eyes because anything he sees, he can manifest. So what he does is he wears a belt with little pieces of tin on it and Braille lettering that say, like, let's say, like, fire or, like, gun or something. He'll, like, touch it and then he can manifest it. So I think it's the Reader. Because anyone else, the only other eyeless Inhuman has like long tendril-like eyes that he could stick to things and could see. Yeah, and it doesn't look like he would do that. I think that like he's gonna be the Reader, and
that just sounds creepy.
He could just manifest things that he reads, so he could be like teleportation and do it. He's like super powerful.
All right, so yeah, that's probably who that is. He takes Rena away, so now, again, they're setting up the Inhumans, which is 4 years away, but I guess they're starting now.
And Simmons said the thing. He said Inhuman.
Yeah,
he said Fitz. Sorry, I still don't know. And he was just like, she's like, is that normal? He's like,
that's Inhuman.
Everybody was like, oh, he said it! So, that happened. Then at the end of the episode, we get Bobby and Mac, who... they're talking about the whole Coulson.
Yeah, they're like triple agents. They're trying to get the lockbox that Nick Fury gave Coulson.
But I don't think I think they're still S.H.I.E.L.D. Like they're
I hate the whole triple agent thing. Like it's like I'm a double agent. No, I'm on your side the whole time. Just tricking me. Joke's on you, fourth agent.
So who is it? Mac makes this like miniature like car for Coulson. And then, like, that actually, like, scans his room and finds the little object that Fury gave him. And that's kind of where we left off.
Yeah. I don't know what the hell could be in it.
I think the show has done a really good job from season 1 they completely doubled their cast in season 2. They brought on a whole new team of S.H.I.E.L.D. agents and brought them into... S.H.I.E.L.D. and I guess they combine, and I think it's worked pretty well. They have a good dynamic of characters.
I want to see that box contain an Infinity Stone.
I don't know.
Well, how many does Thanos have? I know, like it showed like
5. Well, he doesn't have 5.
There's 6,
but he has.
There's 6.
I think there is 6. I think there's one in the middle.
Yeah, because I can't think of. I mean, they might get one in Black Panther. They might get one in Thor 2.
Well, there's
we all know that there's
Loki Scepter, the Tesseract, the Ether.
No, Loki Scepter is
its own thing.
No, the Tesseract is one of them. Loki Scepter's not.
I'm pretty sure Loki Scepter is...
So is this Tesseract and Loki Scepter?
Loki Scepter is the Mind Stone, yeah. It's because it can control people's mind.
Yeah.
It's Loki Scepter, the Tesseract, the Ether, the Orb from Guardians of the Galaxy. Apparently the Vision has one.
Yeah.
And there's one more floating around somewhere.
It could be the floating around in that show.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think they would put it in
They won't put the
Agents of
big
S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah,
I think
I think that would be a cool way to make it more relevant. I think the way they're going to make it relevant is that Hydra. That's their excuse why Hydra's not in Ultron.
Yeah, I think Hydra might be done. They're very, very minimal now.
Yeah.
So, but all in all, I think it was a good episode.
Oh, it was fantastic.
I think Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. has not had a bad episode yet this season.
Yeah.
So
especially, it seems way better than it was because last week we had Agent Carter.
That's true.
I think that's why they did Agent Carter. They're like, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.'s ratings were down, and then they're like, Agent Carter was so bad. Here's more Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Like, oh, thank God. Bring it back. I'll watch it. I don't need this fucking stupid shit.
I don't know, but I mean, I'm happy for the rest of the season.
Oh yeah, I can't wait.
I can't wait till it ties into it.
I'm actually excited to watch it, not like on Tuesdays where I'm like, I gotta watch this fucking show to fucking talk about it on Friday.
Well, Arrow comes back.
Arrow comes back. No, not next week.
2 weeks.
2 weeks? No,
17th and 18th.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 17th and 18th. All right. So that's it for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Check out our Walking Dead review, which was the only other review that we have this week. And check out Nerd News. And we'll see you next week.
Bye-bye.
Hopefully.